Hello, everybody. I had to figure out how to take my cat down off. How is everyone today? It is Talk Tuesday in the Wellness Woman group, and welcome to those of you on Periscope and on YouTube, and of course, in the Wellness Woman group on Facebook. And for those of you who do not know who I am, because we still are adding new members every day, my name is Lynnis Woods Mullins, and I am a holistic living and wellness expert for women over 40. And today we're going to be talking about two of my favorite topics. One, essential oils, which I absolutely love, and I swear by them every day, and movement. You know, I used to be a dancer, so movement is still a very important part of my life. And the reason why I decided to bring these two topics together is because I am entering into a collaboration with two wonderful women that I'm going to introduce you to. And since today is Talk Tuesday, where we get a chance to talk about our products and services and things that we're doing, I thought it would be a good idea for me to talk about the essential oils, which is something that I do sell. I'm a Young Living distributor, but also talk about how I use them in a specific way that has really helped me. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about my other thing, movement, which I absolutely love. So let's get started. I'm going to bring on right now my good friend, Allie Snow. Allie?
How's everyone?
Hey, Allie, how are you?
I'm great. How are
Good
you?
to have you. I'm fantastic, and thanks so much for joining me today to help me talk about one of my favorite topics, essential oils. You know, a lot of people ask me all the time, what do I use on my skin? And it's, you know, I've kind of gone through this metamorphosis. Quite frankly, when I lived in Dallas for about, not quite 2 years, and I love Dallas, so no shade on Dallas, but the water was kind of rough for me. It was harsh. And so I stopped using the skincare program I had been using like for 15 years. I just stopped and tried to figure out something else that I could use that wasn't as drying and didn't seem to be as catastrophic for me. And so I decided that I would use oil. I had read somewhere that, olive oil. Clean your face with olive oil would help. So that's where I started. I started using a little olive oil. And then I started reading more information about essential oils and what they can do with the skin. And my skin took a completely different direction. And I can tell you that essential oils can reduce your inflammation. They can protect your skin from really dry atmospheres and pollution. It can also boost collagen, which is really important as we begin to age. They can even out your skin tone, and they can, overall improve your complexion. And that has been my experience. Now, there are some things that we absolutely need to do in midlife, especially when it comes to those special things that we experience, like blotchiness and wrinkles and all those wonderful things that happen as we age. So you want to make sure that you avoid smoking. I would say stop altogether if you can. Avoid spending too much time in the sun, of course. Stay hydrated. Water, 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 and eating foods that are really rich in antioxidants. And almost always that includes fruits and vegetables. You want to eat plenty of those. But another way that you can really help with your skin is to begin to use some of these essential oils. So I wanted to share with everybody some of the oils that I've been using. First of all, one thing that's really important is the carrier oil that I use. I use olive oil as my carrier oil, and this is just a way of diluting the essential oils because they're very, very powerful. If you get 100% organic therapeutic oils, are extremely powerful. So you just need a little bit. So I use olive oil as my carrier oil, but I have used coconut oil, especially during the winter months for me, because my skin gets drier during the winter months. I've used avocado oil, which I absolutely love because it seems to make my skin so much more smoother. I've used almond oil, and I've used grapeseed oil. Any of those, olive oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, and almond oil are great when it comes to using as a carrier oil. Now, these are some of the ones that I use. In fact, I'll give you the ones that are in my where's my little container? I forgot to bring it. My little container of oil that I use to basically, it moisturizes my skin, it cleans my skin, and sometimes I use it on my feet, my hands, my whole body, because I love the way it smells because of the essential oils that are in there. And it does really seem to work for me when it comes to reducing the whole impact of the aging process. So here we go. I use grapefruit oil, just a little bit, 2 drops or so, and that really does help with oily skin. And it basically has a really uplifting smell. I love the smell in the morning, and it can help with acne. I also use a little drop of Veviter. Veviter is really good if you live in a high pollution area, and right now I do. I live in California, Northern California, where the fires have been going on all throughout the state. But I started using that when the fire started because I had heard that it's really good for high pollution areas. It's extremely hydrating and really helps when it comes to your regenerative properties. And I really love it so far. And I understand that it can help with stretch marks. It's been a long time since I've had babies. My first one was 36 years ago. So most of those stretch marks, if I had any, they kind of faded. But for those of you who have stretch marks, you might want to try Veviter with a carrying oil to see if that makes a difference. Also, I really like the lemon. It can help to increase the vitamin C on your skin, which is so important. Of course, it boosts the immune system. You have to be careful when you're using any kind of citrus when you go out to the sun because it makes you more susceptible. So maybe the best time to use any concoction with lemon or any citrus at all is at night before you go to bed. I love rosemary because that also can help prevent wrinkles. And I just put a little drop in my rosemary, in my little concoction of olive oil, lemon, grapefruit, and rosemary. I also like to use rose, a little bit of rose. I like the scent, but also rose is really good for cell renewal, and it keeps the skin kind of looking healthier. So I love using that. And I'm missing one thing. The clary sage. I like to use that. Clary sage is great for any midlife women. I use a little bit of clary sage in that as well. Now, there's a couple of other things that I use that Allie's going to talk about, and these that she's going to talk about, I use in my little concoction as well. All together in my concoction, I have about 7 oils, just a drop here and there that I use, and I just love it. As I have learned more about skincare and what works for me, I've been really getting into using essential oils as a part of that practice. And it's not just how it makes my skin look and feel, but I love the smell. It's kind of uplifting to use some of these citrus smells in the morning, and it kind of gives me an fragrance. So which ones do you have, Allie, we're going to talk about today?
Well, first off, Lynnis, I just want to throw it out there and say your skin looks fantastic. So what you're doing is obviously working really well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, I love what you said about just kind of cleaning up your diet, because so much of our diet manifests in our skin. In fact, I found that when I completely gave up sugar, like I still eat fruit, but like kind of more of the processed sugars, my skin got a lot more clear. And when I gave up dairy, same thing, skin got a lot more clear. So those are just a couple of things that I've noticed have made a difference for me. And of course, we still have issues with skin for plenty of other reasons. And so I wanted to just talk about a couple of things that are helpful for me. I know that you've also used this before, but frankincense is so
I love frankincense.
What do you do with your frankincense, Lynnis?
I just use a little drop in my face concoction because I love the smell. And at night, especially before I go to bed, because when I wake up in the morning, it just seems to be less dry. As you age, it's very common for you to be dehydrated, even if you drink a bunch of water before you go to bed at night. And I find putting some frankincense on at night, mixed in with my little concoction, it doesn't seem to dry out as much. It seems to be more moisturized. So that's how I use it.
That's amazing. And I'm sure that that's really relatable to a lot of people in this group. So the frankincense is wonderful. And it is an oil with 10,000 uses. So it's going to benefit you in plenty of ways.
Oh my God, 10,000 uses. In fact, somebody just got to saying, they're saying that, yep, frankincense is good for the skin. Absolutely. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
Another fantastic oil for the skin that I know you use also is lavender. I really like lavender for skincare. And as well, it smells really nice and it has some calming properties. For instance, lavender is very good at soothing like your nervous system. And we know that the less stressed out we are, the clearer and the more whole our skin is going to feel for us, if that makes sense. And so the lavender can be another wonderful tool for skincare. Okay, so if there's anybody that is concerned at all specifically about clogged pores, cypress can be one of your friends. Cypress can be really great for clogged pores as well as geranium here. So cypress and geranium are excellent for that. And give it a try. See what you think. And then if you're really, if you're kind of more concerned about really dry skin, one of the best oils that you can use is Neroli. Neroli is amazing. It's one of my favorites. It smells fantastic. And it is wonderful, absolutely wonderful to help your skin hydrate, just like you were saying. A lot of times it is difficult to hydrate. I live in a very hot climate and I do drink a lot of water, and even still, I often feel dehydrated.
You live in a what kind of community? I didn't hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Frozen. You said you live in. I didn't hear the rest of it.
Oh yeah, I live in a very warm climate. It's a super warm, very dry climate in southern Arizona, and so it feels especially important for me to be able to make sure that my skin is hydrated. Another really helpful oil for the skin hydration is cedarwood. Cedarwood is excellent, so I highly recommend those as well. And it's amazing actually. If there's all kinds of different skin conditions that we can experience. And oh, yep, another follower. I love the cleansing properties of cypress. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad for that testimonial. Thank you. I'm glad you found that tool. And so, we know that there's a lot of us that have different skin conditions or different goals. Like maybe we're hoping to reduce wrinkles, for instance. And there's actually tons of different oils that have been specifically able to support people in reaching their skin goals. So it'll be awesome for anybody that has specific questions, to be able to talk to you, Lynnis, and to be able to find out what they can do with their skincare routine. Personally, with Young Living, I love their facial scrub. So I use this here. This is mint, and it's a satin facial scrub, and I really, really like it. And then for moisturizer, I love this. It's sandalwood, and sandalwood, it's a sandalwood moisturizing cream. And I have found my skin to just look better than it ever has in its life as I use these essential oils and other products from Young Living to just keep my skin as clear as possible. Now, it's not perfect. I do have a blemish here, and I attribute it to hormones, and that's okay. But I know exactly what I'm going to do to keep working on it. And so it feels good to have the tools in hand.
And I was going to say that's one of the reasons why clary sage is so awesome during the hormonal midlife thing that we go through, no matter what age we are. And that's why I love to add a little clary sage in my regime, because I go through my hormones, for instance, will be maybe baggier eyes will come out, or drier skin, or sometimes what will happen is that when I'm hormonal, I'm more stressed. I don't sleep as well, and so my skin gets drier. So that clary sage kind of helps combat that too. Whenever I seem to get a little bit more hormonal, but I do want to say today, what I'm diffusing in the background, I got a new oil, Allie, that I ordered just kind of out of whim because I didn't know what it was. It's Awaken.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what it's doing for me. It is giving me a sense of possibilities. It's giving me possibility thinking. Feeling more hopeful, feeling more uplifted, because when I first got on about 15 minutes ago on the StreamYard, I was kind of like, but I have it diffusing in the background. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I have unofficially become a pseudo expert in diffusing because I've been trying all kinds of different combinations.
Amazing.
Ones, yes. So this is just Awaken by itself. So that's a keeper. I just wanted to tell you. Yes. Do you like Awaken too? How does it make you feel?
It really helps because I struggle with brain fog. And brain fog is just something that comes because I do have a couple of autoimmune disorders. And so brain fog is something that kind of comes with that. And the Awaken really does help me be able to think more clearly. And it's amazing. And then when I use any of the citrus oils that you mentioned, again, that's just something that like boosts my mind and gives me that creativity when I'm feeling in that stuck space. So
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Somebody just confirmed something for us about clary sage, that it is a hormone balancer.
It is. It's wonderful.
Right. And unfortunately, I cannot see the names. There is a link that you need to click on the announcement that says I was coming on that will then reveal your identity. You have to give the system permission to do it. I don't know why they do it that way. It just makes my life harder. So I would love to say, hi, so-and-so, but I don't know who you are. But whoever you are, you seem to know a lot about essential oils. There's someone named Maxanne McKinney. Is that who you are? I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for kind of being our amen corner about the essential oils. If you want to find out more about essential oils, and I just started selling essential oils, but I have been using essential oils for like 9 years. It started when I was diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, and my massage therapist basically prescribed, so to speak, about 9 different oils. And that really got me off the medication I was taking for anxiety and really helped me with the other things that I was doing to deal with my anxiety disorder. I was, I was doing talk therapy and I was doing yoga and all these other things. And it really worked well. And so ever since then, my anxiety I haven't had for years now, but ever since then, I have used essential oils, and I partnered with Young Living because I liked Allie, basically. I met her when we had one of our Hope and Wellness events. She was one of the speakers, and she's an energy healer, and I just liked her energy. I like to work with people who make me feel good about living.
I know, me too. That's a great
one. It is.
It's been amazing to work with you and learn from you, and I'm excited to keep learning and growing. And I wanted to give a quick shout out. There is an oil. It's called Gentle Baby, right? And it's a mix. And so people think, oh, that's for babies. It's not for me. Gentle Baby actually helps with stretch marks. So I wanted to throw that in from earlier.
Yeah, because we mentioned that earlier, stretch marks. Now, some people might think that this is a community that doesn't think about stretch marks anymore because we're older. Not true. We still have people in this community that are having babies. We still have stretch marks no matter how old we are. Exactly. And we have daughters who are getting ready to have babies or who have had babies. And your main topic of conversation is how the babies have changed their bodies, which is so funny when I have these conversations. I'm like, oh, please, I went through this 4 times. Right. Get over it.
Get over it, right? But then you have that empathy because you remember how a woman might feel the first time, that she had a child. And so Gentle Baby can really help support that. And I just wanted to throw that out there for any of you who are like, about my stretch marks.
And for any of you who would like to schedule a consult with me to talk about the V.I.B.E Living Oils, which is the name of my site, but it's Young Living Oils, want to talk about it, please schedule some time with me. Take a picture of that and put it in your URL and schedule some time. And we'll kind of go over the essential oils that might work for you. Some of these essential oils we talked about today are in the starter kit, which is probably the best way to get acquainted with essential oils because it has a little bit of everything in it. And you will find all kinds of different ways to use those oils. And I tell you, essential oils are a major part of my life now. When you walk into my office, it smells totally different than it did about 2 months ago, Allie.
Isn't that amazing, though? It's so good to support physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual health. And like you said about the starter kit, it comes with 12 oils, and 3 of those are ones we talked about today: frankincense and lemon and lavender. And those have so many uses, including skincare. And that's how I started. I highly recommend it.
I have to share one more thing. I have not had any coffee today.
Oh, really?
No. All I had was this.
Woohoo! That's amazing, Lynnis. That's amazing.
The Nitro, man, this comes from Young Living, and it supports cognitive fitness. And it might take a little while for me anyway to kick in because it's not as as coffee is, but I think it just kicked in about 2 minutes ago. So here you go.
Aha.
That's great.
Who doesn't need that? I'm glad.
Comes in a box, really cute stuff. Allie, thank you so much for joining me today and talking about essential oils. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Lynnis.
Thank you. All right. That is wonderful that I get a chance to bring on people, and man, it makes me feel like a real big time producer here in terms of what we're doing. But we're talking about enjoying people that I work with. I like collaboration. I think on Talk Tuesday, I see all of you posting your businesses and posting your products and services. And I think that's great. If there's a way we can work together, support each other, and be able to, do things that are adding value to our businesses and adding value to our lives, I think that is wonderful. I got really blessed about a month or so, seems like maybe more, maybe 6 weeks ago or whatever, when we were doing the Hope and Wellness Retreat. At the last minute, I needed a fitness person to come on and talk to the ladies about getting fit at home, especially for those of us who are over 50. And I just really liked her energy. And I thought, gee, I need a fitness person that can help me put together a program, because I'm not really a fitness person. I'm a dancer, but she's a dancer too. And I wanted to incorporate dance in this as well. So I brought on Jessica Monarch. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Lynnis. Hi, everyone.
And she and I have been working together on an idea I had. And the idea that I had, as time has come, and I'm really excited about it. We created something that's really cool. And you know what? I forgot to add this banner, so I'm going to type it in real quick. We've been working on it for about almost 3 weeks now. And we're excited to bring to you a whole new concept of movement that I'm really excited about. And it's called, here we go, V.I.B.E moving. V.I.B.E is an acronym. It stands for being vibrant, intuitive, beautiful, and emerged. And I thought first of all, I loved her attitude and her energy, Jessica's energy, but I also liked the way that she was demonstrating to the ladies about, how to strengthen their core and how to move. And then when I found out she was a dancer, I thought, okay, great. This is somebody I could really work with and learn from. So together, Jessica and I have put together V.I.B.E Moving. And Jessica, tell them a little bit about your part of the program and what you're going to be doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so excited to share this with all of you. So for what we're doing, the part that I get to share is the fitness and the movement, and how we can really there's so much that we can do with our bodies. A big part of how I teach is core connection, moving from a place of connection, but also really listening to your body and finding movement that feels good, that supports you and where you are. And, that's fun. That's fun. And there's a lot of variety that I like to teach. So I'm really excited to be able to kind of share, some body mechanics, core connection, how we can continue to strengthen our bodies, standing tall, moving from our sense of inner strength and inner wisdom of really learning to listen to our bodies, and also incorporating movement meditation, which I'm really excited to introduce.
I'm really excited about that one too. Yes.
Yeah, me too. That one is going to be really fun, of learning how to listen to the movement from within.
Yeah,
it's a whole new way.
Yes, and she's going to be doing this is really designed for women over 50. There's a big difference between the 40 and 50, not worse, just different things you want to focus on. I know that my body began to change significantly at about 56. I was a late bloomer, but when it changed, boy, did it change. And even if you're 40 and not 50, it's good to know how to move, because it doesn't mean that you can't move. It just means that you can focus on other areas to keep them stronger. And focusing on your core after 50 is something that some women kind of give up on, because they're thinking, well, look at this stomach, because I have nothing I can do. But it's more than just what it looks like. Again, I always say, it's not what you look like, it's what your health is like. You want to keep your core strong from a preventative measure so that you don't have other issues later on. It's not just about trying to get ripped and you're that's not necessarily
exactly. And it's from engaging that deeper strength. And as we age, we do lose connection to our pelvic floor. I've worked with women who have, prolapsed uterus and have really lost the strength in their core. And actually what happens when we do that is we actually begin to shrink. We start to settle into our spines and settle into our pelvis. And you actually, lose inches as we age if we don't continue to maintain our deeper core strength. So I've worked with women of all ages, and especially as we get older, watching people actually gain inches back because you start to connect not just with having abdominals. It's not about that. It's about the deeper connective strength that actually supports you and as we age, so we can continue to build that in very simple ways that are low impact and easy to adapt into your routine. Simple things that are fun and really effective. So I'm excited about bringing that.
I'm very excited about that. And my part is going to be talking about the nutritional piece of dropping those extra pounds and inches, because the reality is, even though we'll spend a lot of time with movement, 80% of us picking up those pounds and inches, what I call the COVID-15, because it happened to me, had to do with what I was putting in my mouth. Okay. And when I got on the scale during this whole pandemic thing about a month ago or so, I was like, because I was still fitting into my clothes. I mean, they were a little tight, but I was still fitting into my clothes. It just kind of snuck up on me. And I started thinking about, well, what have I been eating? And I realized that I had snuck into that emotional eating thing, because, oral gratification, it feels good. But there are things that we can eat that are healthy, that can not only be lesser in calories and have more nutritive value, but it can jumpstart that metabolism and give you some shortcuts when it comes to burning fat. So together with her movement and with my telling you what to put in your mouth, I think we're going to have some success. And we have a challenge that's going to be starting. I'm so excited about the challenge. Jessica, tell them about the challenge.
Okay, we are very excited about this challenge. It is a 15-day challenge to fight the COVID-15, and it's starting Monday next week. And we'll be posting. There's a post in this group, in the wellness group, where you can follow the link to join the group for the 15-day challenge. And each day Lynnis and I are going to be showing up every day to offer you. I'll be offering a 20-minute movement exercise that will kind of be a variety of yoga, Pilates, some cardio, and also movement meditation. And Lynnis will be coming on sharing some tips, health tips, nutrition tips, just about 30 minutes each day. You can catch the replay. You can join us live. It's going to be so much fun. And it's just 20 minutes of movement and a real great little, snippet of nutrition and tips for us. It's going to be so much fun. You don't want to miss it.
That's right. So make sure you take a picture of this right here, okay? And join the group. The Facebook.com group is not going to be running. The challenge will not be running here in the group. It's going to be running in the V.I.B.E Living group, which we just started. And we're going to be in every single day. But we are going to give you a little try before you sign up for the challenge if you want. And that's going to be this. Is it this
Friday.
week?
This Friday. Yep.
Friday? Okay. So I hope this is the right day. October 5th.
That's when the challenge starts.
Okay. It's this one.
Yes.
Tryout challenge, October 2nd, 10:30 a.m. PST. That's the tryout challenge. So, go ahead and show up at 10:30 in the group here in the Wellness Woman group and give it a try. I think you're going to really have a lot of fun. And hopefully by that time, if you haven't already, that you will definitely go into the group, the other group, which is the V.I.B.E Living group, and belong, because we'll be popping up ready to start the challenge on October 5th. Okay. So to recap, we're going to do a tryout October 2nd. That's this Friday at 10:30 a.m. for the V.I.B.E Moving Challenge. And if you like that, and I think you will, you're going to go ahead and join the V.I.B E Living group. Okay. And we'll be starting on October 5th. And what time will be what time will we be uploading the tapes?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. live.
All right, 11 a.m. live. It will be recorded, of course, so you can go back into the group at any time. But join us. Sometimes it's just easier to do it together. And
Yeah.
I know that sometimes together is a kind of weird thing these days. Sometimes together is actually like this, virtually. I mean, I haven't met Jessica in person. We've only been talking over the virtual waves, okay? But we're putting this course together. We're going to do it together, and we would love for you to join us. Friday, come into the group here on the Wellness Woman group and check it out. And hopefully the challenge starts on October 5th. 15 days to get rid of that COVID-15. I am so excited about being able to do this V.I.B.E moving challenge with you, Jessica. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynnis. Yep, it's going to be a lot of fun, everyone.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks so much for joining us on this real fast, or not so fast, but real brief. It feels brief because time goes by so fast. On the Lynnis Minutes, this is Talk Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of your businesses and all of your products and services. We only do it on Tuesdays. So if you haven't done it yet, post in that Talk Tuesday stream. And for those of you who are looking for other ways to debut your products and services and other ways to speak to women about being well in their mind, body, and spirit, just know that the Hope and Wellness brand is doing another event November 18th and 19th, I believe it is, the Hope and Wellness for Entrepreneurs. If you are interested in being a speaker, or if you're interested in showing your product and services, please message me. I have lots and lots of messages to get to from all of you who are interested. And I think we have slots for 14 people. So if you're interested, please message me so I can send you the information and you can make a final determination. If you want to participate, I think it's going to be fantastic. So far, all of our Hope and Wellness events have, I think we're probably past 8,000 views now, and past 500 women who have actually viewed the various events that we have done. But we are expecting this to be maybe our most successful yet, because the topic is really groomed towards entrepreneurs. How do you stay well when launching a business? How do you stay motivated when having been in business for a while? How do you better take care of yourself with the limited amount of time frame that you may have as an entrepreneur? I can speak for hours about this because I had to figure it out. This is going into my 12th year, and I would never have survived it without a wellness regime that works well with my business. So you're going to definitely want to sign up to go to the Wellness for Entrepreneurs event. It starts on November 18th. It's totally free. I'll be putting the link out pretty soon for those of you if you want to attend. And for those of you who want to speak and share your wisdom and your products and services, just message me on Facebook. And for those of you on Periscope, I believe there's a way for you to contact me on Periscope. If not, come on over to Facebook and join the Wellness Woman group and find out more about all the different things that we're doing. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Have a fantastic Talk Tuesday, and I'll see you again next week for Motivation Monday. Bye-bye.